dad is live. Love your family speed.
My dad's loud? Why is my dad actually loud? He's putting up public buzz. Chat, I'm about to take my dad's name. I'm about to donate $500 to my dad. I just donated $400, chat. I just donated. Oh, snap. You got a $4,000 donation. Thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing me to go live. $4,000.
Your dad is live. Love your family speed.
My dad's loud? Why is my dad actually loud right now? He's putting up public buzz. Chat, I'm gonna take my dad's name. I'm about to donate $500 to my dad. I just donated $400, chat. I just donated.
Fastest YouTuber in the world. iShowSpeed has the Guinness World Record of running a 40-yard dash in 4.4 seconds. Unfortunately for him, that was state as the fastest man alive. The record was meant to be broken by Stretch, but the problem is just a yards. 3, 2, 1.
Events that changed Naruto. Back in 2015, fans were left completely confused after Masashi Kishimoto released Naruto the movie, because they watched their favorite hero transform from an ambitious legend into an exhausted, absent father who betrayed everything the character stood for. There was actually a dark, heartbreaking reality behind this controversial creative choice. You see, for 15 years, celebrated globally as a legend, he was quickly decomposed inside his own home. And sadly, his professional success came at a massive personal cost to his relationship with his son. Much like the fictional Boruto, Kishimoto's real-life son became cheeky and rebellious just to get his father's attention. That devastating scene where Naruto sends a shadow to his daughter's birthday party only for it to disappear and drop the cake was actually based on a real event where Kishimoto missed his own son's birthday due to work deadlines. But Kishimoto ultimately decided to turn this pain into something beautiful. He personally wrote the entire screenplay for the Boruto movie as a direct apology to his child, creating a narrative where the father finally learns to prioritize his family because he realized that this movie and series wasn't just a sequel, but a love letter to the son he had left behind. Real-life events that changed Naruto. Back in 2015, fans were left completely...
First week, I'm coming home exhausted, and instead of hopping on with the boys, I'm just laying there, staring at my PC. My friend Nolan kept messaging me like, "Bro, where are you?" And I'd be like, yeah, 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes turned into me falling asleep with my headset on. Still plugged in, still glowing, still mocking me. A month goes by and I haven't touched a single thing. One guy changed my server name. Tried forcing myself to play one. Loaded up the game. Watching someone else's pockets through a window. I closed it after 10 minutes. Didn't even finish the mission. This happened to me. Braxton came over and saw my setup. He walked into my room, saw the monitor, and whispered, "Bro, this is insane. He asked me to try it." And I was like, "Sure, whatever." I sat on my bed, scrolling through my phone while he booted everything.
Roblox boyfriend broke up with her. I'm folding laundry when my daughter Lily, she's 10, comes downstairs sobbing. Full meltdown, mascara running. I'm panicking. Baby, what happened? She throws herself on the couch. Brandon broke up with me. I'm confused. Who's Brandon? She looks at me like I'm stupid. My Roblox boyfriend, Mom. We've been together for 3 weeks. I'm trying not to laugh. Sweetie, you can't date someone on Roblox. She sits up, furious. Mom, we had matching outfits. We built a house together. It was real. She shows me her iPad. Last semester, Damien's grades suddenly caught up, and the coach was forced to bench him mid-season, giving the captain title to his best friend. That same day, his girlfriend Audrey cornered him in the hallway and dropped another bomb. I'm sorry, but head cheerleaders date head captains. If you're not the captain anymore, who even are you? Just like that, he lost it all. The career, the girl, and the popularity. And it didn't really affect me until he got assigned as my lab partner. Damien showed up to class completely depressed. He didn't talk, didn't even try. He just sat there acting like his entire life was over. So for the first few weeks, I tried to carry us. I covered for him when he missed deadlines, made excuses to the teacher when he couldn't answer any questions about his part during presentations. I even stayed up late finishing all the reports he refused to touch. But after 3 months of this, I was exhausted and fed up. I pulled him aside one day after class and said bluntly, listen, I get that you're sad, but I'm not your therapist, and I'm definitely not failing this class just because you got dumped. And for the first time that entire semester, he looked at me and spoke up. Must be easy to say for a nerd who's probably never even dated anyone. I didn't even let him explain. My mom found me staring at the ceiling and got me to spill everything. Her advice was simple. If you were wrong, apologize. Pride isn't worth losing someone who matters. So I went to prom, wearing an old dress that only made people stare at me harder. I took a deep breath and looked for him, ignoring all the snickering around me. When I got to the dance floor, I spotted him instantly. Right there in the middle with Audrey clinging onto his arm tight. I felt sick. I almost turned and ran off, but I didn't. No cowards here, I told myself, walking straight up to them. Damien, you were right. I was being a coward. I'm really sorry for acting rude to you. You didn't deserve that. I felt my chest squeezing so hard I couldn't even speak anymore. So I just forced a smile and turned toward the exit. But before I could go, he reached out and grabbed my hand. I told her no. The second she asked, I said no, because I was already heading to ask you. He stepped closer and placed his arm on my cheek. I looked at him with wide eyes, my heart feeling like it was about to burst. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you go with your ex? She's the reason you worked so hard all semester. He smiled, leaning his face closer to mine. Why do you think? Yeah. Like me too. He grinned. Bingo. Then he kissed me. Right there at the dance floor. One of his ex in front of everyone. I never wanted to lose with him so badly until I made one with him. Before we became close,
friend asked, if you had to choose between your mom and girlfriend to live, who would you pick? I responded, Rose before hose, but moms before all, and everyone cracked up. Jason didn't smile though. His face drained of color like I'd just confessed to murder. He grabbed all his stuff and moved 3 rows up the school bus without a word. Jason, what's wrong? I was just kidding. I called after him, but he wouldn't turn around. That's when I heard Stacy, my girlfriend's best friend, was crying her eyes out in the back row. When I turned to look, her friend whispered urgently in her ear, and she glanced at me before crying harder. Okay, that was definitely weird. I started to wonder whether my joke was really that offensive. That's when my phone buzzed. 3 missed calls from Dad, but there was no signal. And at the red light light, I caught the bus driver wiping his eyes in the rearview mirror. In my 3 years of knowing him, the most emotion he'd shown was mild annoyance when kids left trash. A cold feeling crept into my stomach. I got up to go talk to Jason, but Mrs. Fitzharris blocked the aisle. Sit down, we're moving. I just need to sit down. I'd never heard a voice like that. I sat. The second we got to the destination, I cornered Jason. Dude, what is going on? He backed away. Nothing. I need space. Bruh, I was just kidding. I don't know if I'd pick my mom or my girlfriend. Why did you have to tell everyone what I said? Sid appeared out of nowhere and pulled me aside. Our team captain, who never said more than pass the ball to me, grabbed my shoulder. Bro, if you need to talk about anything, I'm here. About what? I was almost shouting now. He just squeezed my shoulder and walked away. That cold feeling in my stomach was spreading. During the water break, Ryan shuffled over. This kid didn't even know my name. Yo, the blonde Kaylee from volleyball thinks you're cute. She's single now too. The words hit like a punch. Dude, what the hell? He flashed in my lock screen. I have a girlfriend. His face went white. Just trying to help you move forward, man. Move forward from what? He practically ran away. I tried calling my girlfriend Isabella on the public landing. Straight to voicemail. I must have called 15 times. I was losing my mind. Everyone felt so bad for me that no one even forced me back on the field to play. As soon as lunch hit, I grabbed Jason more aggressively this time. Tell me what's happening now. I can't. He was typing frantically in his notes app. You can't or you won't. His girlfriend Ava read over his shoulder and slapped him hard. How could you not tell him? You coward. She stormed off. Jason, did something happen to Isabella? He wouldn't look at me, just kept typing. That's when Stacy walked by. She saw me and her face twisted with rage. You never deserved a girl like Isabella. I always told her she deserved better. Her friend put her hand over her mouth and dragged her away. My head was spinning. I stumbled to the vending machines where the coaches were arguing. He has a right to know now. Shot back. Somebody tell me what's happening, I shouted. They scattered like roaches. It wasn't until the bus ride back that Jason spoke to me again. By that point, I was so sad. I just wanted to see him. My face had been working. My voice was deadly calm. What's going on? I started crying. I can't tell you right now. Don't worry. No one's dead or anything. Everyone's okay. I believed him and went back to playing Minecraft. As soon as I was off the bus, my dad practically shoved me in his car. Dad. He didn't respond. He started going 40 miles fast. When we got to the hospital, the lobby was full of Isabella's family dressed in black. As soon as I locked eyes with her mom, she rushed at me screaming, "You chose her. You chose her over my baby." Her husband had to hold her back as she kept screaming, "She loved you. She trusted you." I tried to stop my dad from walking. What the hell happened to Isabella? But he yanked my arm and pulled me toward the ICU. Come on, just come with me. My heart dropped as I was faced with my mom in room 491, unconscious and hooked to machines, alive but barely. There was an accident the morning before your trip. The truck driver hit them head on. Them? Isabella was in the car with your mom, and you made your decision. I grabbed the bed rail to keep from falling. Isabella's gone, son. All thanks to you. Full story on channel, link below. On a school trip, my best friend asked, if you had to choose between your mom and girlfriend to live, who would you pick? I responded, bros before hoes, but moms before all, and everyone cracked up. Jason didn't.
This is where Mom and I very first date. I really can't picture Mom being all that in love with Brom and
A few moments later.
legendary queen of gluttony. That's enough now. Let's eat before the noodles get too soft.
A few inches later.
I guess it was a little short of being the legendary queen of gluttony.
See you, Joji.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, legendary. First date. I really can't picture Mom being all that in love with Brom and
A few moments later.
I'm gonna break the legendary queen of gluttony's record.
legendary queen of gluttony. That's enough now. Let's eat before the noodles get too soft.
A few inches later.
A little short of being the legendary queen of gluttony.
See you, Joji.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, the legendary queen of gluttony. Who is that person?
Don't tell me you haven't told your son.
I know.
It seems to be out of order. Sorry about that.
That's what's supposed to take it easy.
It's not my fault these guys are weaklings. Okay, would you like to try again? 192 points. 186 points. 210 points. Pressure mechanism seems to be broken. See if you can fetch the other machine. Now stand aside. So much for restraining.
Now, 18. Remember to take it easy.
I know. 774. It seems to be out of order. Sorry about
fault these guys are weaklings.
Okay, would you like to try again?
200 and...
Darcy. She's busy, Lil Bro. What? I said she's busy. Now quit texting her phone. This is her man.
Me and Darcy broke up a week ago.
Move on, Lil Bro.
Why do you have her phone?
Because I'm her man, and I do what I want.
You're the boss. I can't argue with that.
I'm glad you understand that. It seems you have got some sense.
Can you give Darcy the phone?
Listen, little man, she's not into lil guys. Now keep it pushing.
Are you that insecure?
Excuse me? I've been to jail 2 times in the last year, and I'm not afraid to go again. You understand? Does that answer your question?
No, not really. Honestly, can you give the phone back to Darcy now, please? I need to speak with her. It's very important.
Darcy isn't able to come to the phone right now. She's busy with something a lot bigger.
Okay, you're not as lucky as you think. Can you have her call me when she's done with whatever it is she's doing?
Nah, I don't think so, buddy. She's gonna be occupied for a while.
Look, bro, I know you're trying to put on this tough guy act and make me jealous, but understand that I'm the one who broke up with her. I literally don't care. However, I do need to speak with her urgently, only for a minute. Can you please just give her the phone? If she's doing what you imply she's doing, then I think it's best you do.
Nah, whatever you gotta tell her, you can tell me.
It's kind of awkward.
What is it you want to say? That you still love her, that you miss her.
No, it's not quite that. It's not HIV. Darcy.
She's busy, Lil Bro.
What?
I said she's busy. Now quit.
What's a bullet you dodged? Darcy. What's a bullet you dodged that you didn't realize until later? I was a junior at Duke, starting point guard, projected lottery pick. Mia had been with me since freshman year. She'd always wear my jersey to games, and we talked about marriage. Life was perfect. Then a drunk driver ran a red light and T-boned my car. I remember the impact, the sound of metal crunching, glass everywhere, then nothing. I woke up 3 days later. My mom was there, her eyes red and swollen. The doctor came in. You have a severe spinal cord injury. The damage is extensive. We don't believe you'll regain the ability to walk again. I was 20 years old, a D1 athlete. My entire identity was basketball, and now I'd be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Mia visited that first week. She held my hand, said all the right things. We'll get through this together, I promise. But I could see it in her eyes. She was already gone. She'd look at my legs under the hospital blanket like they weren't mine. On day 8, she sat in the chair furthest from my bed. She couldn't even look at me. I can't do this. I'm 20 years old. I can't be a caretaker for the rest of my life. I didn't sign up for this version of us. I just stared at her. What version did you sign up for? The NBA version. The life we planned. Not this. She gestured at my wheelchair. I'm sorry, but staying would be lying to both of us. She grabbed her purse and left. Didn't even close the door. The next 6 months were the darkest of my life. I had to relearn everything. How to dress myself. How to transfer from bed to chair. How to exist in a world that wasn't built for me. My teammates visited once, twice, then stopped. 4 months in, ball again anyways. James, my physical therapist, looked me dead in the eyes. You're right, you'll never play the way you did, but you're so focused on what you lost, you can't see what's still possible. Something in that hit me different. I started attacking therapy like training. Every single day, I pushed harder than the doctor said I should. 8 months after the accident, I was doing my exercises and felt my right toe twitch. Just a tiny movement, but I felt it. I started crying right there on the mat. James called my doctor. They ran tests. The spinal cord swelling had finally gone down enough that some nerve pathways were reconnecting. It was rare, really rare, but not impossible. He said I might regain some function, but I should keep my expectations realistic. I kept working. Over the next year, I went from twitching a toe to moving my foot to standing with a walker to taking my first step. The doctors called it miraculous. 18 months after the accident, I was walking with a slight limp. And more than that, I was playing basketball again. I was in the gym every day, relearning my shot, building back my stamina. I made a G League team, played my ass off that entire season. Then an NBA team called. Last month, I signed a 3-week contract with the Denver Gooners. Yes, only 3 weeks, but I'm in the NBA. I made it. The day my signing was announced, my phone blew up. Hundreds of messages from people I hadn't heard from in years. And then, a text from a phone number. I knew my heart. Mia. I saw the news. I'm so proud of it.
Chris just went through school. I think I went through the other guy, Carl.
This was my reaction when Reese cheated on him.
That's not cute.
0 pages of notes. I went to bed at 11. This morning, literally, no breakfast, no coffee, no food. I walked in, everyone's doing last minute. Terrell flipping through the flash cards, like, another kid rocking back. One girl. I opened the door. I'm reading these questions like I've never seen in my language. Great answers. Taking answers that sound fun. Reading comprehension. I'm out here choosing based on what I've done. If the character seemed chill, I hit sync. They can use that. I went with the 13. Sorry, no. Because there's no point scaring me. The reliable last minute work once again. What's the terrible habit you have? It's terrible habit doing everything. Done during class. Project, end of floor. Studying for test. What studying? I just walk in, but honestly, I kept working so I could grade hits and this massive final exam that decides if you even move on. Like failed, you're repeating the entire thing. Hello? Everyone in my grade is panicking. Kids were making study schedules 3 weeks out, forming study groups, fine practice. My friend Terrell, dude made flashcards, physical flashcards, in 2024. I'm talking color-coded, laminate, organized the subject like he was preparing for the SAT. Meanwhile, I'm over here telling myself, yeah, I'll study. I got time. Week before the exam, I discovered this new show. Binged the entire thing in 3 days. 2 days before, my cousin wanted to play basketball all afternoon. Did I say no?
So I'm in class, minding my own business, when I hear my name whispered behind me, not once, twice, and my stomach drops. I'm the quiet kid who never talks unless a teacher calls on me. I sit in the second row, headphones always in my pocket. Hoodie up. Behind me sits this group of kids who are loud, confident, and definitely not talking about me for anything good. I hear one of them whisper, "Do you think she knows?" Another says, "No way." She freak out. At this point, my face is getting hot. I'm convinced they found something embarrassing online, or someone told them. I like that guy from math class. I spend the whole period pretending to read while planning my escape from humanity. Finally, the bell rings. I rush out, but one of the girls catches up to me. She goes, "Hey, can you come to the auditorium after school?" My heart sinks. There it is. The confrontation. I show up ready to cry, and instead my principal walks out holding a certificate. Turns out the whispering was a surprise plan. I won an award for a project I turned in months ago, and the kids behind me were trying to make sure I actually showed up to receive it. I almost missed my own moment because I assumed the worst. So I'm in class, minding my own business, when I hear my name whispered behind me, not once, twice, and my stomach drops. I'm the quiet kid who never talks unless a teacher calls on me. I sit in the second row, headphones always in my pocket. Hoodie up. Behind me sits this group of kids who are loud, confident, and definitely not talking about me for anything good. I hear one of them whisper, "Do you think she knows?" Another says, "No way." She freak out. At this point, my face is getting hot. I'm convinced they found something embarrassing online, or someone told them. I like that guy from math class. I spend the whole period pretending to read while planning my escape from humanity. Finally, the bell rings. I rush out, but one of the girls catches up to me. She goes, "Hey, can you come to the auditorium after school?" There it is. The confrontation. I show up ready to cry, and instead my principal walks out holding a certificate. Turns out the whispering was a surprise plan. I won an award for a project I turned in months ago, and the kids behind me were trying to make sure I actually showed up to receive it. I almost missed my own moment because I assumed the worst. So I'm in class, minding my own business, when I hear my name whispered behind me, not once, twice, and my stomach drops. I'm the quiet kid who never talks unless a teacher calls on me. I sit in the second row, headphones always in my pocket. Hoodie up. Behind me sits this group of kids who are loud, confident, and definitely not talking about me for anything good. I hear one of them whisper, "Do you think she knows?"
See you later.
What, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Then why don't you just stay here and rest for just a little bit longer? You know, to hang out with Sakura and Sari.
You're in no position to talk.
12 o'clock midnight. So I'm home a few moments later.
I can't believe Sasuke.
So how long do you get to stay here this time?
Until you finish taking the tuning exams.
Tomorrow.
It's finally time. Good luck. Do your best. Is it Dad coming home after such a long time that's making you so happy?
What? No, don't be silly. It's silly how silly you're being.
Just give it up. I can tell these things. Anyway, I'm out of here.
See you later.
What, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Experiment gone wrong. A group of scientists removed the left side of a guy's brain and told him to count from 1 to 10. He goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Ever noticed that Kakashi has more nicknames than almost anyone in Naruto? So, after digging into it, I realized that Kakashi and Naruto actually have the most nicknames in the whole series. Both of them have 7, which is a lot.
But for now,
Naruto is called things like the Yellow Flash of the Leaf, Child of Prophecy, Savior of the World. Jiraiya is known as the Toad Sage, Pervy Sage, one of the legendary Sanin. Hiruzen's nicknames include the God of Shinobi and the Professor. Sakumo is called the White Fang of the Leaf. As for Hashirama, his only title is the God of Shinobi, but that one name alone puts him in a league of his own. Compared to that, Hiruzen's version of the same title is really old. Now, Kakashi's nicknames are pretty stacked too. Here's the list. Kakashi the Copy Ninja, Kakashi of the Sharingan, the hero with the Sharingan, Cold-Hearted Kakashi, Kakashi the Friend Killer, the 6th Hokage, and Sukeya, his undercover identity. Not bad, right? Ever noticed that Kakashi has more nicknames than almost anyone in Naruto? So, after digging into it, I realized that Kakashi and Naruto actually have the most.
I took a DNA test as a birthday gift to myself. My grandma tried to hit me with her car before telling me the truth. At my 25th birthday dinner, I mentioned I bought myself a DNA test. Just a fun ancestry thing. We're at my parents' place. Mom, dad, grandma, aunt. I'm mid-sentence and I see my mom's eyes widen and her hands start shaking. Grandma's smile disappears. They look at each other frowns. And Mom clears her throat. How dare you give your spit to the government? Those things are so inaccurate anyway. Let me throw it out for you. Grandma nods too fast, getting up from her chair and snatched the DNA test from my hands. I hold it in my lap. I already sent it in weeks ago. Results should be here any minute. Grandma's face goes white. She whispers, and sits back down. My dad looks so confused, asks why they're being weird about a spit test. I'm curious too. Nobody answers him. My aunt gets very quiet. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what they knew that I didn't. Then my phone vibrates. The results just came in. Oh my gosh, guys, the results are in. I said, everyone's watching me. I open the app, still excited, ready to see what percentage Italian we are or whatever. I'm scrolling through the results and my smile just drops. I read something I never thought I'd read. I read it again, then a third time. It says I have zero biological connection to anyone in my registered family. 0% match. I look up and my voice comes out weird. This says I'm not related to any of you, that you guys aren't my real family. My dad laughs immediately. That's obviously a mistake. Those tests get mixed up all the time. But I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at my mom because she's not moving. She's not confused. She's hysterically crying, like she's been dreading this moment for 25 years. Grandma won't look at anyone, but I see a teardrop fall on the table. My dad ties into the room. He looks at mom, and I grab him and look at me. What's going on? Nobody answers. I feel my heart pounding. Mom, why aren't you surprised? She shakes her head and keeps crying. My dad's voice gets louder. Someone tell me what's happening right now. This can't be true, right? And then my mom starts talking. Mom takes a shaky breath. When I was pregnant, your dad was deployed overseas. He was gone for the whole pregnancy and 3 months after. I knew all of this. She keeps going. The baby came early. There were complications. Her voice cracks. Our biological baby died 2 days after being born. I can't breathe. My dad's face is frozen. He didn't know any of this. I was alone in that hospital and I didn't know what to do. So I called your grandmother. She looks at grandma. Grandma doesn't move. She told me not to say anything to anyone. She said she'd take care of it. She said everything would be fine. Mom wipes her face, but the tears keep coming. By the time your dad came home 3 months later, there was a baby waiting for him. She looks at me. The baby was you. Your dad never questioned it. Why would he? He'd only seen ultrasound photos. My dad stands up so fast his chair falls backward. Where did our daughter come from? Where did she come from? He's pointing at me but looking at mom. Mom's sobbing now. I don't know. I never asked. My mom handled everything. I was so broken and she just showed up with a baby and I didn't ask because I couldn't. The room is spinning. I turn to my grandma. She's been silent this whole time. Grandma, where did I come from? She doesn't answer. She doesn't even look at me. She just stands up slowly, grabs her purse, and walks out the front door. Doesn't say a word. We need answers, people! I scream. My aunt follows her. My mom's still crying at the table. I ran outside and stood behind her car. I didn't let her leave. She couldn't move without hitting me. She rolled down her window. Move! I didn't. Where did I come from? I screamed. She finally spoke. I paid for you. My stomach dropped. Paid who? She stared straight at me. A woman at the hospital. She worked in the nursery. I gave her $20,000 and she gave me a baby. You. I'm shaking. So I was adopted illegally? She shook her head slowly. You weren't up for adoption. Your parents were 2 teenagers who fell asleep in their hospital room. They woke up and you were gone. I couldn't speak. There was a search for a while. The FBI was involved. Then it went cold. Nobody ever found you. She looked at me for the first time because I took you. I learned later the original baby wasn't my dad's. The baby was the wrong skin color. Mom needed a replacement before he got back. I took a DNA test as a birthday gift to myself. My grandma tried to hit me with her car before telling me the truth. At my 25th birthday dinner, I mentioned I bought myself a DNA test.
You kissed me.
My friend thought I was AFK, and I heard her conversation with her mom. So recently, a friend from school tested positive, and she's been lonely, so I mentioned Minecraft in a convo one day. And long story short, I gave her my gamer tag, and we've been playing together for a few days. We don't say much, but we call while we play sometimes. Yesterday, I went AFK, but we didn't mute, so she started talking to her mom. For a minute, I was just by my phone doing something else, so I overheard their conversation. It went something like this. Mom, who are you playing with? My friends from school. They've been playing games with me while I'm quarantining. Mom, oh, that's sweet. What are they like? They're really nice. We don't say much, but they're really...
Okay, so what is something that rich kids do that shocked you? When I was in college, I was friends with the son of a multi-millionaire.
Girls, what is the greenest flag you can find in a guy? My boyfriend Noah did something last month that made me realize I'm going to marry him.
When did you realize your teacher was actually pretty chill? I was in history class, and we had this substitute teacher for like 3 weeks because our actual teacher was on leave. This sub walked in and everyone went completely silent. man was like 6 foot.
These are real ways parents catch their kids sneaking out. First, they'll use the flower trick. It's when someone sprinkles a white powder right outside your front door. So when you step on it, your shoes will leave a mark. But kids have been known to bypass this trick by tiptoeing along the edges and then blending the powder back in when they get home, which is why parents will also use the jingle trick. They'll tie a few bells to your bedroom doorknob. So when the door opens, the bells make noise, which will either wake the parent up or make you too scared to keep going, which is why some kids try to sneak out the window. But parents have a trick for that too, called the ring trick. Not that type of ring. They'll put a camera near a window, hidden by a pipe or bush, so that you don't notice it. These are real ways parents catch their...
I told my teenage daughter she could choose between her phone and her boyfriend. Peyton had been falling asleep in class for 3 weeks straight. Her chemistry teacher called me Tuesday saying she'd found my daughter face down on her desk during a quiz. I picked her up. She had dark circles under her eyes like she'd been in a fight. That night I heard her alarm go off at 1 a.m., then 2 a.m., then 3, then 4. I walked into her room at the 4th one. She was sitting with the phone in hand typing. She jumped so hard her phone flew across the room. I picked it up, saw a text to her boyfriend Austin. Awake, breathing normal. Why are you texting him that you're breathing? Her face went red. He likes to check on me. I scrolled up. Same text every hour, all night, for weeks. 4:02 a.m. You awake? 4:03 a.m. Yeah, 4:03 a.m. You stopped breathing again? 4:03 a.m. I don't think so. 4:04 a.m. I could hear it on FaceTime. You need to stay awake longer. My stomach dropped. Peyton, what is he talking about? She grabbed her phone back. Sometimes I stop breathing when I sleep. Austin wakes me up so I don't die. I stared at her. You don't have sleep apnea. How would you know? You're not watching me sleep. Neither is he. We FaceTime. He falls asleep with it on to make sure I'm okay. I scrolled back 6 weeks. Found the first message about breathing. Austin, you okay? You stopped breathing for like 10 seconds on FaceTime. Peyton, what? Really? Austin, yeah, it was scary. My uncle died from that. Just stopped breathing one night. The next night he'd messaged her at 2 a.m. to check on her. Then every few hours. Then every hour. He'd sent her articles about sleep apnea, about sudden death in teenagers, about how doctors miss it until it's too late. Peyton, this isn't real. He's making this up. He's not. I wake up gasping sometimes. Because he's waking you up every hour. She started crying. You don't get it. He's keeping me alive. I showed my husband. He looked at our daughter like he didn't recognize her. This kid is messing with your head. No, he's not. He loves me. I made a doctor's appointment for the next morning. Peyton fought me the entire car ride. Said doctors don't take sleep apnea seriously. That Austin's uncle had seen 3 doctors and they all phone on the kitchen table. You're choosing the phone and Austin or actual sleep. She grabbed the phone and ran to her room. That night, I heard her window open at midnight. I ran outside. Austin's car was in our driveway. Peyton was climbing out with him. Where are you going? To Austin. You're trying to kill me. Austin got out of his car. Tall, skinny, with this weird intensity in his eyes. She's not safe here. My husband came outside. Get off our property. Peyton's coming with me. I'm the only one who actually watches her breathing. I said if I genuinely believed it. My husband called 911. Jordan's mom pulled me aside. Peyton asked me 3 times if I'd check on her breathing during the night. I told her everything. She looked horrified. That boy convinced her she had sleep apnea through FaceTime? What's next? Diagnosing her with erectile dysfunction through Snapchat? We filed a police report. Harassment, coercion of a minor. Last week, Peyton left her phone in the kitchen overnight. When she woke up the next morning, she didn't check her pulse first. I told my teenage daughter she could choose between her phone and her boyfriend. Peyton had been falling asleep in class for 3 weeks straight. Her chemistry teacher called me Tuesday saying she'd found my daughter face down on her desk during a quiz. I picked her up. She had dark circles under her eyes like she'd been in a fight. That night, I heard her alarm go off at 1 a.m., then 2 a.m., then 3, then 4.
Different ways psychopaths exit the ice rink. Roll out the ring.
Staggering out the rink.
Tyler, the Creator, got disappointed by fans after they sang the wrong lyric. Tyler, the Creator, got disappointed by fans after they sang the wrong lyric. Tyler, the Creator, got disappointed by fans. But I also knew that if I walked into her room and asked what was wrong, she would do that teenage girl thing where they tell you to F off. So I decided to wait until the next morning, but that night I heard her crying, not loud, just these quiet sobs she was trying to hide. It took me 2 hours to get her to open the door. When she finally did, she couldn't even look me in the eye. As soon as I saw her, I immediately noticed the limp in her walk and bruising on her shoulder. She collapsed into my arms and immediately explained, "A boy at school locked me in a storage closet for 4 hours. I banged on the door with my Stanley Cup, but no one came. When they finally found her, she was curled up on the floor in the dark, shaking. I felt this rage building in my chest that I hadn't felt since my deployment in Afghanistan. What did he do to you?" I asked, scared of the response. She didn't say anything, just looked at me with wide, pleading eyes that told me everything I needed to know. He had hurt her badly, permanently, in a way that could never be undone. I told myself to stay calm, to handle it the right way. So the next morning, I went to the school to talk to the principal. His wife, the vice principal, was sitting right beside him as I explained everything and waited for him to tell me how they were going to handle this. Instead, he leaned back in his chair and said, "Look, it was a game that went too far. Boys will be boys." I stared at him in disbelief. What are the consequences for that fucker? His wife, the vice principal, just shrugged. "We'll talk to him." I couldn't understand why he was being so chill, but that's when the principal said something that made everything make sense. Listen, my only son, you know right away that he was too far. He just gets to the house sometimes. One way nothing. Left that office and they dog with it. No time for it. For the next few weeks, I tried to talk to the but the principal had already told them I was just another ex-veteran with PTSD and sick fantasies who liked making stuff up. But that wasn't even the worst part, because during all this, every single night, I could hear my daughter crying through her bedroom wall. She stopped eating dinner with me. She flinched at loud noises. The girl who used to run up and hug me when I got home from work wouldn't even make eye contact anymore. And every time I closed my eyes, I saw that principal leaning back in his chair, smirking at me. So I made a decision. I had to take matters into my own hands. Except I knew that if I laid a hand on that kid or his father, I'd end up in prison. My daughter needed me home, not behind bars. So I had to get creative. I started by following the school bus one afternoon after school. I just wanted to see where the principal's son got off to see where they lived. Once I had their address, I spent the next few weeks watching their house, learning their routines. The principal left for work at 7:15 a.m. every morning. His ugly wife.
These are 3 tricks parents use to catch you lying. The first has to do with your room. Look at any old photos on your phone and see if anything looks different. Do you notice something?
Yeah, I think my math test was moved.
Some parents will purposely leave something out that you're hiding, like a snack wrapper or a test with a bad grade.
So it's like to see if I'll do the right thing?
Exactly, but
How'd you do on your test?
oh no. When a parent asks a question they already know the answer to, use what I call a safe answer. It's a short, neutral, but honest response that buys you time. Say, "I'm still going over it. Can we talk in a minute?"
Okay, I'm still going over it. Can we talk in a minute? Thanks. Love you.
She's not believing it, which means we're at the blink test.
Wait, what?
The average person blinks about 15 times per minute. If you start blinking faster, parents might not know the reason, but they'll know something's wrong.
Okay, I failed my test, but what I learned.
Hey, nice moves.
These are 3
Nobody really knows why Lionel Messi always shaves his legs. Some people think he does it to look cool or he hates body hair. But the real reason is crazy. Early in his career at Barcelona, Messi was already known for his low center of gravity and explosive dribbling. Defenders struggled to stop him, and fouls became a regular part of his game. But during one season, Messi noticed something strange. After games, his legs were constantly bleeding, not just from tackles, but from defenders pulling at his leg hair. Physios later explained that hair can trap dirt and sweat, increasing irritation and infection risk from small cuts. Additionally, shaving reduced friction from socks and tape, giving him a barely noticeable but real advantage in acceleration. So Messi started shaving his legs to make clicks.
You might finally win something because you don't win FNCS. So I'm hoping you can win this award tonight.
Bro, you don't know who I am? I really help anybody.
Definitely not Peter Potter. Do you genuinely believe he'll win at FNCS one day?
I would never lie. It's coming this year, actually. 2026? Coming.
Your FNCS Global Champion goes to...
Click. You might finally win something because you don't win FNCS. So I'm hoping you can win this award tonight.
Bro, do you not know who I am? I really come in. No one really knows what my name is. Everyone calls me BB Nos, Bibinos, and it's like
That's BB Nos.
Anybody really know his name?
BB No Dollar. It's not it's Baby No Money.
it's been like that, but it's funny because it's like kind of like a meme because people are like, oh man, I listen to your songs and shit. I like it. Like BB Nos, you're sick. And I'm like, you don't listen to my songs because in every one of my songs, either I say my name or like there's a tag that a girl goes like. So it's like it's if you know, you know. I think it's pretty sick. No one really knows what my name is. Everyone calls me BB Nos, Bibino, and it's like
That's BB Nos.
Really know his name?
BB No Dollar. It's not it's Baby No Money.
it's been like that, but it's funny because it's like kind of like a meme because people are like, oh man, I listen to your songs and shit. I like it. Like BB Nos, you're sick. And I'm like, you don't listen to my songs because in every one of my songs, either I say my name or like there's a tag that a girl goes like, oh, baby, no money. So it's like it's if you know, you know kind of thing. It's pretty sick. No one really knows what my name is. Everyone calls me BB Nos, Bibinos, and it's like
That's BB Nos.
Anybody really know his name?
BB No Dollar.